12,000 years. A span longer than empires. Longer than civilizations! Longer than memory itself. A fire once imprisoned beneath stone. Silent since humanity's earliest footprints, has opened its eyes again. And when it woke like a sudden bomb. This is the story of that volcano, its awakening, and the test it brought for mankind. The mountain stood like a guardian of forgotten ages. Villagers called it Sudaragda, sleeping giant. Its last eruption happened when humans carved stone tools, when small tribes roamed valleys, when the world was young. For decades, scientists believed the same thing. This volcano would never erupt again, but deep beneath the earth. Molten rock, trapped for millennia, shifted for the first time in 12,000 centuries. The mountain breathed, soft at first, then louder. It was the beginning of a storm no one could imagine. It was 4:13 in the morning at the Geological Observatory. Dr. Alima Shah raised her head sharply. The red lines on her monitor were rising like a desperate cry. Her assistant asked, "Is it an earthquake?" Alima replied, "No, something deeper." In just 1 hour, the temperature beneath Sudarag had risen 400 degrees Celsius. Alima immediately notified the regional disaster authority, but they dismissed it as an instrument glitch. Why? Because humans fear only the danger they remember, not the danger that wakes after 12,000 silent years. The next day, life in the village at the base of the mountain was normal. Children played, shops opened, birds circled above the quiet peak. Then the earth trembled. Walls shook. Metal rang. Animals raised their heads in fear. The village imam looked toward the mountain and whispered, "This is no ordinary tremor." Then another sound came from beneath the earth, a giant rock cracking. Smoke began to rise from the mountain's crown. People stared in disbelief. One shepherd said, "I've lived here 14 years. I've never seen that mountain breathe." So, why did it erupt? For 12,000 years, 3 massive chambers lay buried beneath Sudarag. A lower magma chamber, a mid-cruised reservoir, and an ancient, sealed lava dome. The last eruption had sealed that dome with a thick cap of cooled basalt rock. Then, humanity changed the world. Rising global temperatures started melting glaciers, which decreased the pressure on the surface. These changes caused tiny tectonic micro-adjustments deep within the Earth's crust. All these factors increased stress on the sealed dome. Until one moment, one crack, one weakness. Because the Earth cannot hold pressure forever. When the balance broke, the trapped magma surged upward with the fury of 13 millennia. Nature had opened a door that had been locked since the Ice Age. It was 6:42 in the evening. The mountains stood eerily still. A silence so deep, even the birds refused to fly. Then a single pulse of light under the clouds. A mega-eruption, deafening and earth-shattering. Fire shot into the sky. Stones heavier than cars were launched upward. A column of flame rose 1 mile high. Windows exploded miles away. Forests fell like matchsticks. Animals fled in panicked waves. Global seismic stations recorded the blast as equivalent to a massive underground detonation. A mountain had exploded, and the world felt it. At the military command center, General Ferris received the alert. An officer reported, "Sir, the volcano has erupted. The entire region is at risk." Without hesitation, General Ferris ordered, "Mobilize the rescue corps, the engineering division, and Army aviation. No one is left behind! Go!" Helicopters lifted into ash-darkened skies. Military trucks rushed toward the danger. Field hospitals were deployed in a matter of hours. When nature tests a nation, its guardians rise to the challenge. A monstrous ash cloud spread over the sky. It blocked the sunlight, turning day into an eerie twilight. The temperature dropped by 6 degrees Celsius. The world was coated in a gray, suffocating soot. One scientist warned, "This is not a local eruption anymore. This is a global climate event." Ash rained down like black snow. Rivers choked. Plants withered. Life struggled to breathe. But the rescue mission continued. At a rescue camp, a mother held her daughter close. "Our home. Everything. It's gone," she wept. A trembling old worker said, "I grew up under that mountain. I never imagined it would turn against us." A soldier knelt beside him and replied, "Mountains Siddhanti turn against people. Their time simply arrives. And when it does, we stand with you." Tears fell, but hope began to rise. After the eruption, scientists discovered something shocking. The magma chamber was twice as hot as their models had predicted. How was this possible? They found a newly identified mineral in the earth, a steep crust that was trapping enormous heat for centuries. This discovery changed everything for volcanology, climate science, and geological forecasting. A new chapter in Earth science had begun. The fires died. The mountain returned to its sleep. The ash settled. Life began again. Forests resprouted. Fire had taken much, but life reclaimed everything. Because life always finds a way. 12,000 years. A mountain waits. A crack appears. A fire awakens. This story reminds us, the earth is alive. We are guests upon it. And when it speaks, we must listen. But it also shows us that humanity, when united, when courageous, when standing together, can face any fire, any darkness, any storm. Thank you for watching. If you found this story powerful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.